But remember, this emptiness is not mere emptiness, rather it is a true emptiness. Because if it's not a true emptiness, the world, the phenomenal world cannot arise. See? And Master Chung's method of realizing the truth contained in the Heart Sutra is threefold. First, seeing, viewing the reality of the world correctly. First step is to see all the things are empty of reality. And if you are attached to things which you love, you are deluded. You must know that there's a wisdom which shines, and you realize the emptiness of all the things in the world. If you're attached and you think those things which you see are real, ultimately real, then you will be attached to them, and then eventually that will be the cause of all the sufferings. Your loved ones too, ultimately they are empty of ultimate reality. They're empty. When your body or yourself is empty of reality, what else could be ultimately real? All empty. Second was enlightenment. Enlightenment to your original nature, which is void and calm, and yet when it functions as numinous awareness or divine awareness. Because of the divine awareness, you are aware of the world out there. And if the divine or luminous awareness is lacking, you are just as good as a piece of rock. This awareness, luminous awareness, divine awareness, which makes you aware of the world out there, not only outward, but also inside. When you are angry, you know you are angry. When you are happy, you know you are happy. And all this is because of the luminous awareness inside. And this is the functioning aspect of the Buddha nature in yourself. Finally, practicing it, putting into action what you are enlightened to. And in WonBuddhism, how do we do it? In WonBuddhism, we saw last time that first three of the daily essentials of daily practice. What does it say? Our mind ground, or Dharmakaya, or the wisdom mind, is free from disturbances. You know, the cause of the war in the world and trouble in the family, all these are based on the disturbance of their mind. They are disturbed. Anger, insult, anger, hatred, all these are the ultimate cause of all the troubles. However, our original nature, mind ground, is free from all these disturbances. So when the mind ground is free from disturbance, it is called the samadhi, concentration, absorption, adamantine absorption, so that it won't be easily moved by any adverse condition or trying situations. That's very important. And if you cannot keep this mind in adverse conditions, you are like a candle in front of the wind. It will blown out. Or you will be like a small vessel on the surface of the sea, ocean, where there's a hurricane. It will tip over. Yourself, original mind should be as heavy and immovable like a mountain tide or a great mountain against any wind. That is the aspect of a great personality. When somebody insults you, if you simply become upside down, you are a very shallow person. You should behave like a huge mountain, not move that tall. Not only in mountain valleys where the monks meditate, but in urban and the rural area where the life is hustling, bustling, all disturbing, there you should be able to keep the one mind, perfectly enlightened, marvelous mind, one God mission. Otherwise, there's no point of practicing Zen. And see how heavy your mind or the mind ground is against the disturbing environment and adverse conditions. If somebody makes you angry, can you stand without being moved, without being disturbed? You have to check. You may be an expert in many areas. You could be a great scholar or a great politician, whatever. You can be a multi-millionaire or even billionaire. However, that's not going to help you if your mind ground is easily disturbed and moved. And look again. All the country look up to some person, and it turns out he surrendered himself to some kind of a passion and desire and ruined himself. Sad. And our mind ground again is free from delusions, stupidity and foolishness and so on. However, it becomes stupid, deluded, foolish in adverse conditions and trying situations and make a wrong judgment because you see things wrong. It's like in the dark. There we need the light of the wisdom so that in adverse conditions especially, you should be able to reflect on the situations and make a correct and right judgment and take action and all this right. Otherwise, you will be creating enormous pain and suffering to yourself, and not only to yourself but to many other people. So wisdom is so important. In adverse condition, you should be able to see things right. And the third is the ability to do what is right. So the third, you remember, our mind ground is free from errors, but it becomes, errors arise in adverse conditions and trying situations and so on. And by the law of karma, once you have taken action, then you have to pay for that. And look, again, these days, a few days, I feel very sad of a person whom I looked up to as one of the good citizen and a politician and so on. I think he's ruined himself. And so, in WonBuddhism we teach, bring the Buddha Dharma from the mountain valleys and use it in urban and rural area where life is rather difficult to live. There you need wisdom more than anywhere else. Also the ability to do only what is good for you and others. If you are enslaved to your passions and certain vehement desires and so on, that's the gate of total destruction of yourself. See? So basically, in traditional Buddhism, this Hatha Sutra is so important. Any Buddhist monk recites once a day, telling, look, everything in the world is empty. Okay, so don't be attached to them. However, in WonBuddhism, we must go one step further. We cannot simply realize that this is empty. Rather, we have to create a world of happiness, happy world here by using the truth. Like what? If you have the wisdom of emptiness, then in adverse conditions, you can save yourself from all